Can you explain why you didn't like the Flash ending or post-credit scene? Yes, of course. Thank you so much for the question. But first, shout out to E and his son Logan. Make sure you're following them on all their social medias. Their costumes and their passion for comic book characters, incredible. Alright, now let's talk about the ending for The Flash. Spoilers, you have been warned. So, one of the strong points of the Flash movie that I actually really enjoyed was the relationship between Barry and his mother, and the focal point of trying to process this trauma and learning to let go. We learn in the film from Batman himself that it's very dangerous to live in the past or try to change something because it could destroy everything. In the way he talks about it, he's talking about the grand multiverse, but thematically, it can destroy who we are as people. And sure enough, that's what we see with Flash and Dark Flash and everything like that. So the message is to learn to let go, to stop living in the past, and to learn to live your life. So when the movie ends like this, for me personally, I just felt like it loses all emotional power and I'm just focused on the slapstick comedy that they're trying to go for. Unfortunately, it wasn't for me. And in my head, I'm just thinking about so many compelling ways they could have gone. I mean, the fact that Barry never even is interested in seeing who killed his mother really had me scratching my head, honestly. And then George Clooney shows up as Batman Bruce Wayne, and I'm just like, bro, what is this? Like, don't get me wrong, I love George Clooney. The Descendants, Gravity, Brother Where Art Thou, the Ocean's Trilogy. I love George Clooney. From Dusk Till Dawn, come on, don't even get me started. Let's get it. But he's arguably the worst Batman in DC's history. Why is he here? Why are we being reminded of that? Why is he in Flash's first movie? Why? I mean, I don't care if Flash, changed the timeline and he's in a different universe or, he replaces Batman. But why go with this? For me, this cameo doesn't serve the story in any meaningful way. It's just very distracting. For them to decide to incorporate cameos from DC's past into this multiverse Flash story and go with these two, I mean, really? They chose to incorporate and prioritize a canceled Superman movie idea with Nicolas Cage, which, by the way, only people like us who are invested in the movie realm and behind the scenes know about that story, and the worst version of arguably their best character, Batman and George Clooney, over incorporating what could have been meaningful cameos that served the story in a Flash movie with Grant Gustin's The Flash, who played The Flash for 10 years, and Henry Cavill's Superman, who started this DC cinematic universe. I mean, I can't really explain why. It just, decisions like that left me feeling pretty empty with the overall narrative of the Flash movie and ending. There's no resolution for Barry's original timeline. There's no resolution for the alternate timeline that Barry creates with younger Barry, Supergirl, Michael Keaton's Batman. Supergirl is just heavily underutilized, although I loved her portrayal, heavily underutilized, loses to Zod repeatedly, and I think gets wiped from existence. So then I'm just thinking, what was the point? Same goes with Michael Keaton's Batman, who for me was the standout of the movie. Same thing. No resolution for his Batman. Bro just dies twice, even though he says, try not to die. But look, here's the thing. I don't want to discourage anybody from liking this movie or enjoying it. I want everybody to have the best experience. Who knows? Maybe for me, a second watch will change my mind. Sometimes that happens. But right now, I was just kind of disappointed with it. Everybody who loved it, I'm happy for you though.